everyone. We're going to use the diagram to plan for a proof. We don't necessarily have to prove it. And we're going to use corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So the first thing I need to do is I notice that all the sides here are congruent to both triangles. So I know by side, side, side congruence postulate that triangle JKL is congruent to triangle NRP. So now I have two congruent triangles. So what this says is that since the triangles are congruent, meaning I can take this triangle here and place it on top of this triangle and everything should match up, because congruent means same size, same shape. So that means my angles are congruent. So I could say that my angle J here is congruent to angle N, and that's because of congruent parts of congruent triangles. This part are congruent. Now the next one, what I would do here is I have two sides marked and an angle here. So what I would use is the vertical angle theorem, that these angles are also congruent. So I would say angle to show my first part, I would say angle SRT is congruent to angle URQ. And that's through the vertical angles theorem. And then I look at the triangles and I have angle, angle, side, and I have angle, angle, side. So since I have that congruence postulate, I can say my triangles are congruent. So I can say triangle RST is congruent to triangle RUQ. And since my triangles are congruent, then that means my corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So that means my ST is congruent to UQ. So again, you'll see this a lot. Instead of writing this whole thing out all the time, we're going to write it like this. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.